What's up, all my inspirational tea sippers? This is Shantara, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I pray that you are well, doing amazing, feeling amazing, holding on to hope and faith, you guys. I'm at work. I'm gonna kind of whisper a little bit because everyone is asleep. I am back to doing overnights, y'all, but doing overnights in residential hospice care. But y'all, I'm just so thankful and so grateful that my life is literally starting to move forward, because as you know, there was a point in my life where I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and the warfare and the trauma was so intense that I literally wanted to take my life. And thank God for my daughter, my oldest daughter, Brittany, who came and found me in distress one morning, early morning, a few weeks ago, in my car, just thinking about how I was going to end it all. Like, the decision was already made. I was just trying to figure out, okay, like, what are you gonna do? You can't look your kids in the eyes. You don't have a place for them to go. Like, you guys been living in motel to motel. Like, you just feel so low. And so to be in our place now for a few days is just, I haven't even had time to just like sit in it, because it's just, everything is moving so fast. I've already started work. I gotta get the girls situated for school and stuff tomorrow. Like, I'm trying to get everything, working on getting everything furnished, working on getting, the things that we need for a house, as far as a stove and microwave. And like, we literally have to start all over from scratch, which is amazing for me because all things new, So, I really like that part of it. It's just like getting everything new. It's just allowing God to provide so that we can have everything new. But sometimes when I post, I'm like, I pray like, oh man, I pray to God, don't nobody think I'm bragging. Or I pray to God like, they don't think I'm just like, trying to put, nothing in nobody's face. I pray that my videos are like encouraging, and you guys following my story, it allows you to just like keep I always say, hold on to hope and faith. Like, no matter what, the world will tell you to hold on to hope and faith in a different way. They'll tell you how to do it. They'll tell you what not to do. But what I'm learning in life is there is no right or wrong or perfect way to handle trauma, handle stress, handle warfare. Like, we do the best that we can in our situations and circumstances, and we make the best choices and decisions that we believe that should be made at the time. But I don't know, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I'm just so thankful and grateful to God. Like, I'm just sitting here while the house is, while everybody's asleep and resting, I'm just sitting here. You guys, this season that I'm coming up out of, I would have to say, I would definitely have to title it Joseph, because that's exactly how I felt. Thank God it wasn't as long as Joseph was in that prison, because baby, listen, if I'm about to end it after some months of going through pure hell, I couldn't even imagine 10, 11 years being in that pit, in the prison where the brothers threw him in. Baby, no. Okay? I'm not, look, been fighting all my life. I had to fight. I had to fight my mothers. I had to fight my brothers. Little girl ain't safe in the family, me. That's my favorite movie, Color Purple. But y'all, this season that's coming up for me is, of course, getting everything situated and furnishing a home and, working so hard. I told the kids that, today that I pray to God that they understand that this part of our journey is me sacrificing, that they're not really hardly going to see me that much because I'm going to be working so much just so that I can get back everything, that we had to give up. I had to get, and they said that, we understand, and, because they're going to be working on catching up with school, and they got, they're going to have a lot of things that they have going on in regards to school and catching up and making sure that they're on track. But, y'all, I'm just literally so exhausted from, like, this whole season, and what I've learned is, and what I am learning, you talk too damn much. Y'all know I ain't got all my marbles, and I literally have not slept. I think I'm probably on 2 hours max of sleep in the last, y'all, so much is happening. You talk too damn much, Shantara. You've told entirely too much of your business. You've dispelled too much of what happens to you in relationships and with your children. And you guys, talking to my kids, you know what my kids told me? My kids told me that they hated the fact that I would go and run to my sisters and tell them everything that was going on with them. They didn't like it. They said they hated it. That's what they said. They said we hated it. They said, but we didn't want to come and tell you because we didn't want to make it seem like we were telling you what to do as an adult. And I told them, no. If you ever feel like, I'm violating your privacy or I'm violating, your rights as a child. People don't think kids have rights and privacy and all that. I do. I told them, I don't know it all. But if you guys felt like you don't want me telling all y'all business to my sisters, because I thought that my sisters was my safe place. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate that they were not. And for many years after Mama died, I just really felt like, we were best friends. Like we were all we had after everything. And, I would go and I would run to them about everything, literally everything, as my support system. I believe that they were my safe space, and they were not. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold any grudges, and I'm not mad or anything like that. But the safe space that I was, I can honestly say that there was no safe space for me, and I didn't recognize that until now. And so I told my kids, I said, if you ever feel like I'm violating or, your privacy, or I'm dispelling too much of y'all, business, please come and tell me and let me know, because just because I'm your mother, I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything, and I always stand to be corrected, is what I told my kids. So if you feeling a certain type of way, you got something on your heart and you wish that I wouldn't do something as a parent, I would like for you guys to come to me so that we can talk that out and we can work that out, and I can work on that. And so they were like, okay, well, we didn't know. We thought, you know what I'm saying, that you, wouldn't take our advice, or we felt like, we would be it sounded like we were telling you what to do. And I told her, no, not at all. But, I remember, I'll never forget this date. It was February 9th. I was going to go take care of some business, going through a trial, couldn't even look my kids in the eyes, so stressed out, not having nowhere to stay, motel to motel. California law, you had to pick up and leave every 14 to 20 some days. You couldn't gain residency. It was a mess. And I remember on February 9th, when I was going into a building to go take care of some business, I heard the Lord say, "Sweatless victories." And I'm like, Sweatless victories. Sweatless victories, that's all I heard. And, a week later, I sat on it, I prayed on it, prayed about it, prayed on it for you guys too. Sweatless victories, and every prophecy that I received and every prophecy that I took back to the Lord, I'm literally seeing it come to pass, and everything that is happening to me right now moving forward has been a sweatless victory. From traveling back, the Lord leading me all the way back to Texas, and I could not understand it. Why would you have me drive all the way? Okay, Father God, you know me better than I know myself. You had to get me burnt out, exhausted all the way, because you know I won't sit down when it comes to these kids and trying to provide the best way that I know how so that they are comfortable. You know I'm not going to sit down when it comes to these kids, because I'm all that they can really truly depend on to make sure that they are good mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And that's just the truth. So he tired me out, drove all the way back. Within 2 days of being here, I went to the man to go look at the house. It's like he instantly knew I didn't have to. Y'all, that man didn't call, he didn't check in. I asked my boss, he didn't check in on employment. He didn't call for background verification, even though I told him everything about my credit. I told him about everything about the eviction in the past and what happened in the divorce and da-da-da-da-da. Just being completely open. He said, I admire your honesty. He said, you're very honest and you're very upfront. And yes, I am taking a chance on you. He said, but if you want this house, go get the money so you can have your keys this week. And I just couldn't believe it. And I was crying. I have been crying those last couple of days. That's why on the day that we went in together to go see the house, he said, if you want the keys, because he was going to, clean up everything and all that. But I'm like, the kids are in a motel. Like, I need the keys. He was like, well, if I give you the keys, so he gave me the keys on Thursday. He said, if I give you the keys, if you don't mind coming in and cleaning up and sweeping. And so that's why I had to do a little bit of the house cleaning, which I didn't mind, baby. I was just so happy I had the keys, but I had been crying. He was like, why are you crying? I said, because if you knew, it's like the Lord. And I said, the Lord used you to bless me and my kids, y'all. I was just so overcome with emotion. He was just like, why are you crying? He was like, are those happy tears? I said, you have no idea how the Lord used you to bless me. Like, y'all, it was so easy. Like, he was just like, after he saw me that day, he was just like, your house. He was like, this is where your kids will be. Come look over here. And I'm like, you acting like you're going to give it to me. Like, are you giving it to me? Like, is it really that easy? Like, he was like, if you want it. He was like, first come, first serve. He was like, I hear everything. Some people deserve a second chance. I understand that life happens. And y'all, I went so fast to go get the money orders for the house. And I'm just like, I cried so many nights. I prayed so hard. I worshiped. I believed God. I stood on his promises. There were times where I was upset, times that I had to have a drink or 2 or 3. Got back up, dusted myself off, and kept on moving forward. And I kept believing God, and I held on to his promises. And I said, Father God, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. I'm not going to keep accepting no for an answer. I'm just not going to do it. I know you're bigger than all of this. And as I was being choked out of my sleep, and as I couldn't sleep, and as I had gotten sick, dealing with the kids, frustrated, moving around, sometimes I didn't even have words. I would just ask God, say, Lord, just give me the strength. Lord, give me and my kids the strength. Lord, give me and my kids the strength. Lord, give me and my kids the strength to make it through. That's all I can say. Lord, give me and my kids the strength. Or sometimes I will make a video and that will make me feel better. Or put on some makeup. Sometimes when I have my makeup done on those videos, I would do it in my car in the morning. And so to be able to turn the key for these past few days and just having them kids somewhere to call home has been I can't even put it into words. So I just pray to God that you are encouraged by my transparency. And the Lord is calling me into hibernation because He's giving me some things that He wants me to do. So right before the breakthrough, He was telling me hibernation. So I did this whole look up on hibernation and how bears hibernate and they barely expel any energy and they preserve it all. And you know, after all of this and putting out all this energy to drive all the way across state and to drive all the way back, there has been a lot of energy exerted, motel to motel, you know, going through all of this homeless program, trying to find a place, just trying to make it. It's time for me to hibernate, which is why I will not be consistent right now at this moment, because I got to gather everything and, you know, just kind of sit in everything and everything that has happened and literally hibernate and preserve my energy for what's getting ready to happen for me and my kids. And so I've learned to stop talking so damn much. You know what I'm saying? Stop expelling all your business, you know, because a lot of times we sit up here, I sit up here and I tell people all my business. I tell people everything that's going on in my relationships. I tell people everything that's going on with my kids and my family. And I be thinking half the time, they ain't telling me all of that crap. They ain't telling me all of that business. They ain't telling me all what's going on behind closed doors. They ain't dispelling all of they like, you know what I'm saying? And so I was thinking about that. I'm like, girl, you've been telling all your business and these people ain't telling you all their damn business. These people are keeping certain things to themselves for whatever reason. That's your own personal business, but you talk too much. So a lot of me now is moving silent. I don't want everybody in my business. I don't want to dispel, because baby, what God is doing for me, I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say anything. I'm going to continue to let the Lord be in charge of what needs to be revealed. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to try to fight. I don't have to try to tell people what I got going on and prove this and prove that. No, I'm tired. I have been drugged through the mud by family. I have been drugged through the mud by so-called sisters. I have been drugged and talked about. Look, I'm not mad and I'm not upset, but I am moving completely different. Completely different. Like, this season has shocked me into reality, and it took me 40 years to get it, but I thank God that I got it. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a phone call, but I thank God that I got it, you know, after 40 years. And, you know, I can say, I'm gonna speak personally, you know, about the betrayal, or how I felt betrayed, you know what I'm saying, by different things, family members and friends, and, you know, everything that's been revealed in this season. But baby, just like the story of Joseph, what the enemy meant for bad, God will always turn it around for our good. And I will say that this season, is traumatic as it has been, I am stronger. I am wiser. I am more humble. I am more understanding. My faith has increased. My hope has increased. My strength has increased. My confidence in God has increased. My confidence in myself has increased. Baby, what? Driving. And you know, so at the end of the day, I can still say that it was good to be afflicted. It's time to hibernate and get these things done so that the Lord can pull back that curtain and reveal what He has started in me. I ain't got no more words. To God be the glory today, tomorrow, and forevermore. And until the next time, inspired, be inspired. I love you guys. God bless you. Good night.